Hello and welcome back to the D-COT disCast. Today is Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022, and we're talking about Iger back as CEO, Genie Plus record-breaking costs, updates at Disneyland Paris for the holidays, the first ever discount on Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, and more. Talk of the week so far has been about Bob Iger taking over as CEO. The internet practically broke on Sunday night when the news hit around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and the chatter all over social media and the memes continued on throughout today. But did you know that there is a special part of this story? That according to the Financial Times, the campaign to overthrow Chapek began in the summer, with multiple executives approaching the Disney Board of Directors with complaints about Chapek's ability to lead. The Financial Times named McCarthy specifically, citing three sources. And McCarthy is the CFO. CNBC mirrored the same report, citing two people familiar with the matter, saying that McCarthy was involved. I don't think it started in the summer. This is just my opinion, but I think it took a poor fourth quarter with a loss of over $1 billion to start the campaign against Chapek. It was the money that talked and not the guests, unfortunately. Bob Chapek is set to walk away with $23 million from this deal. Bob Iger entered an employment agreement to have an annual base salary of $1 million and a possible 100% bonus each year. The report says the annual bonus will depend on his performance in his position. Iger is also doing what Musk is doing, and that's quote-unquote cleaning house. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Kareem Daniel is going to be leaving Disney. Daniel, who was Disney's head of media and entertainment, was, quote, a top lieutenant for former Disney CEO Bob Chapek, end quote, and several experts predicted that he may be one of the first to go in this major adjustment. Iger is also set on bringing back storytelling. So now that Iger is back in charge, here's some thoughts that I had on immediate changes or somewhat immediate changes that he might be doing. The 2 p.m. park hopping rule needs to go away. Like, that just is obnoxious and annoying. If he can get rid of that this week, that would also help people who have spent a lot of more money to go to Disney during Thanksgiving break, as we've seen with the Genie Plus. We're going to talk about later the Genie Plus costs going up to a record-breaking cost. But if he can get away with the 2 p.m. park hopping rule, done. That'd be amazing. Next is the park reservation system. I don't think that's going to go away. I think that's helped Disney a lot, but I'm really hoping at least it gets somewhat of an adjustment, maybe a tier or somewhat, where you have a certain annual pass that you don't need to have it. I don't know, but I want it to go away, but I don't think it is going to go away. And the other thing is Genie Plus. That's definitely not going to go away. It's a way for Disney to make extra money, but I do believe there's room for improvement within that system. And speaking of Genie Plus, I was right. I have to say that I was right. I predicted that Genie Plus would hit a record high this week for Thanksgiving, and on Monday and Tuesday, Genie Plus hit $29. Thank you, Disney, for proving me right. But also, come on, really? I know they're doing this to control the queue lines, since in a previous report that I saw online, can't tell you where it was, I don't remember where it was, but around 50% of guests are purchasing Genie Plus, which doesn't produce the effect that Disney wanted, which was make money from fast passes, essentially, to help with the crowd control. But if 50%, it's going to be a split. That means half the people are just going to wait in the standby line. That doesn't help them. But I'm thinking, I really thought the $29 wasn't going to go until tomorrow, Thanksgiving. So with that said, I think, that Genie Plus is probably going to hit $33 for Thanksgiving. Now don't forget, Genie Plus only gives you the express lanes for certain attractions. You'll also need a lightning lane for the big ticket items, so let's check out those prices this week so far. At Avatar Flight of Passage, an individual lightning lane costs $16 per person per ride, which is a new high for the attraction. Previous prices ranged from $11 to $14, with most days going between $13 and $14. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance also reached an all-time high of, get this, $25 per person per ride. Okay, so that means a family of 4 would cost an additional $100 to get on the attraction faster. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind hit a recent high of $17 per person per ride, but that matches the all-time high that I haven't seen since early October. October 10th, pricing for Cosmic Rewind has fluctuated between $14 and $15. And as of the recording of this podcast, I don't know what today's Genie Plus price is, but I'll shout it from our social media, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links are in the description. Disneyland Paris announced Disney Enchanted Christmas during the 30th anniversary. From now until January 8th, 2023, guests can step foot into a magical twinkling wonderland as the festive season takes over Disneyland Paris. Debuting this holiday season, a special touch of innovation has been added to Sleeping Beauty Castle's rooftops thanks to brand new LED lights that are synchronized with the show, elevating the spectacle even further. And to make evenings at Disneyland Park more magical, the 30th anniversary exclusive drone show, Disney Delight, can still be enjoyed as a pre-show to Disney Dreams of Christmas each night. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmastime Parade will be performed during normal park operating hours at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom from December 23rd to the 31st at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. The 2023 Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival dates have been announced. Those dates are March 3rd to April 25th, 2023. Disney announced that there will be 12 food booths that feature a smorgasbord of sweet and savory foods, along with creative cocktails, beer, wine, and tasty non-alcoholic beverages. Some other restaurants throughout the park and at Disneyland hotels and downtown Disney will also have special festival dishes. Soarin' Over California will also be returning for a limited time. Disney announced yesterday its first ever discount on the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. Eligible Disney Vacation Club members can enjoy 30% off original point charts values on select two-night voyages. This offer can be booked with points or a combination of points and cash. This offer applies to the following departures in the winter of 2023: January 11th to the 13th, 17th to the 19th, 19th to the 21st, 21st to the 23rd, and the 25th to the 27th, and 31st to February 2nd, February 12th to the 14th, February 28th to March 2nd, and March 2nd to the 4th. According to Scott Gunston, he tweeted that this is not a good deal, but it is a good sign. When I asked him why not, I did not receive a reply. However, Twitter user at Leslie_Diz did reply to my tweet with, quote, "Using points on it, or pretty much on any extra experience like a regular cruise, doesn't make financial sense. It's better to rent out those points and take the cash to book on your own. Also, it's 307 points for those dates for 2 adults. Most people don't have that amount." And that makes a lot of sense. For Disney cruises and for the Star Cruiser experience, it does make more sense if you're a DVC member to rent out your points and take the cash and use that instead. I found this really interesting, so I wanted to add it to the disCast. According to Twitter user at MouseInfo, Chapek took a secret group of influencers/bloggers to a free lunch at 21 Royal during D23 to have an off-the-record meeting. Interesting, right? It's seeing light now that he's no longer employed with the company. There were some pictures from influencers/bloggers that had this secret meeting, an off-the-record meeting with him that they were able to ask him questions, and I guess he answered the questions. Probably no photos, although I guess there was photos outside because there were some pictures posted on social media of these bloggers and influencers taking photos with Bob Chapek, but not saying anything in particular of what it was about or what it was from. If you can find that on Twitter, maybe follow along with that thread, because I'm sure we'll find some very interesting information. Well, that's it for today's D-COT disCast. Thank you for listening and thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have such a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends, with your family, whatever it is you're doing. Just be thankful that you're here, be thankful, and we'll be right here, right back with you on Friday, November 25th.
Thank you!